Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Rocket Media. Today I'm in Bihar for a special conversation with Shri Vikas Vaibhav ji. He is an IIT Kanpur alumnus and IPS of 2003 batch, currently serving as Inspector General of Magad Range, Gaya ji. And prior to that, he also served as advisor to Bihar State Planning Board, where he worked on many policies and structural reforms. Swagat hai sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Glad to sit in front of you. So you are very famous for Inspire Bihar movement, which is built around ideas of education and agilantism and entrepreneurship. So could you please tell us about this movement? Like why does Bihar needs this movement and iska motto kya hai?
Because there is a big gap between what Bihar is and what Bihar can achieve. Bihar in the past had a very magnificent history, and it created universities where people used to come from all over the globe. It led to the first Indian empire in the form of Akhand Bharat. So the potential that Bihar had, in a way, it suggests that even today we can have a great future. But in the present, we are economically the most backward state of India with low per capita incomes. Let's Inspire Bihar is a social, educational, cultural movement in which we are trying to instill confidence among the youth of Bihar by telling them to recall what we did in the past and to make some efforts in the fields of education and entrepreneurship so that we can have more job creators in Bihar and we can create more employment, leading to a greater and stable economy in the times to come. We have tried to connect youth not only in the districts of Bihar but also across the globe in order to form an ecosystem in which we can support startups, especially set up by the youth, and we can help each other.
And sir, like it has been 3 days in Bihar, and this is my first time to Bihar. And what I have observed is Bihar is so underdeveloped in terms of when we compare it to other states. So why Bihar is so deprived and underdeveloped as compared to other states, despite having a culturally rich history?
So at times, despite having a culturally rich history, in the present, Bihar is mired by conflicts of caste, of ideologies. It has been very sensitive in interactions between people. So if you see, caste-led discrepancies have led to a division of society. Politics also very much revolves around the feelings of caste. And there is a lot of struggle which has been, and especially in Magad region, it also has a history of massacres in the name of caste, like 25 years ago. So because of these factors, the main issue which should have been development was not the main issue. And people were more working towards strengthening caste identities. But now things are changing, and with the youth now focusing more on how the state can develop, I think in the times to come, Bihar is the place in which you'll see a lot of development, you'll see a lot of change. So we are currently in a transition.
And how much things have changed since you entered the service? It has been more than 2 decades, sir. So जब आप आए थे and अभी बिहार का stand करता है?
Like things have changed tremendously. At the time when I joined the service, the strength of the police force was very low. The problems were very different. Naxalism was in several districts of Bihar. But the very first day on which I joined the service in Bhagalpur, in the evening, SP Munger was martyred in a landmine blast in Naxal incident. I have been posted in the most difficult terrains. I was posted in Gaya as a probationer for learning Naxal training. I was posted in Rohtas, I was posted in Bagha. All these districts had a very long history of crime and Naxal activities. But we could control them by earning the trust of the people and by launching operations along with community policing. So Naxalism has now ended. Property offences like loot, dacoity, and kidnapping for ransom, they have also declined. The kidnapping now is now not heard of. Loot and dacoity often happens but once in a while. Earlier it was very frequent. But cyber crimes, economic offences have increased tremendously. So patterns of crimes have changed. Property offences in which they used to manifest themselves earlier have reduced. Like on the roads you are much more safer, but you may not be as safe with your mobile phone.
Okay.
So there are several gangs which are operating from Bihar and they are doing cyber crimes across the nation.
Right. And sir, like I have just a curious question. Why did you choose to become an IPS officer? Because एक जो लोगों की शिकायत होती है कि जो बिहार बेल्ट है या फिर जो बीमारू स्टेट्स का जो बेल्ट है, यहाँ पे लोग गवर्नमेंट सर्विसेज ज़्यादा प्रेफर करते हैं एंड फिर वही बोलते हैं कि स्टार्टअप्स भी करने चाहिए एंड जॉब्स भी प्रोड्यूस करनी चाहिए. सो व्हाई डिड यू ऑप्टेड फॉर
मेरे
IPS?
टाइम में जब मैंने सर्विस ज्वाइन की थी, इट वाज वेरी सिचुएशन वाज वेरी डिफरेंट. तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इश्यूज वर वेरी प्रोमिनेंट इन बिहार एंड पर्सनली लाइक बिहारी बोल के मुझे भी चिढ़ाया गया था व्हेन आई वाज इन भोपाल इन 1993. तो आई हैड दैट पिंच कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, एंड आई फेल्ट दैट ज्वाइनिंग द सिविल सर्विसेज वन कैन एक्चुअली make some major contribution to society at a younger age, and that is what motivated me. In IIT Kanpur, I had got a job with a major multinational company in India and also in Germany, but still there was a feeling that if I go back home and I see that I have not made much a contribution, that motivated me to join the civil services, which did not need any influence to get selected. One had to work, and I'm happy that I could actually contribute in a major way in the several districts of Bihar, and I'm still doing that.
And sir, like I can relate to this since like Bihar export lot of people in terms of workers, laborers and talent. So what we have seen is there is a perception out there like in my state too, like the way we look at people from Bihar. So even when I was coming to Bihar, my father was like ki, take care of yourself, take care of your purse. So this is a notion among people. So like removing this caste identities and this setting up as a Bihari identity as a like identity of excellence, entrepreneurship and tech savvy Bihar. So how can we do that?
Things are changing. So I think the past image of Bihar is also changing very fast. Indeed, there has been a psychological battle in changing that image because many things have been negatively projected all through. So it will not change in a day, but gradually as things improve. In police also we are trying in a major way to gain that trust of people so that they feel that they can easily approach the police and police will listen to their problems and try to solve it very transparently. So perception of negativity was created over a long time. So even getting positive will also take some time for sure. But things are changing.
And sir, like on a policy level, like if we look at the changes, structural reforms, like if more companies are coming to Bihar, more companies are investing to Bihar, so I think that notion will change in a long term. But looking at like कि बिहार टैलेंट एक्सपोर्ट करता है, बिहार के अंदर लोग काम नहीं करते हैं, बिहार का जो माइग्रेशन है बहुत ज़्यादा है. सो अगर वो रुके एंड यहाँ पे टैलेंट हो, देन कंपनीज इन्वेस्ट करें, तो आई थिंक दैट नोशन कैन चेंज वेरी फास्ट. सो
see, the problem of migration in Bihar is because of economics.
Okay.
Like the per capita income of Delhi last year's data around September was about 46,000 per month.
Okay.
The per capita income of Bihar was only 6,374 rupees. So you can see it's a huge gap. Telangana and states like Karnataka, an average person earns almost 35,000 to 36,000 a month. Tamil Nadu and Haryana person is earning about 32,000 a month. In states like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Kerala, a person is earning about 29,000 in a month. But if you compare that to Bihar, we are very far behind and the lowest in India. So if a person has the opportunity to earn on just 6,000 in Bihar and can earn 46,000 by going to Delhi, migration will go. The challenge is to reduce this divide, and which can only be done if we create sources of employment, create sources of earning in Bihar. So for that, we'll need to make our youth skilled in a major way and train them as job creators so that they can have newer jobs with new ideas.
And sir, like how you exactly are doing this since you have been a part of like advisor to Bihar State Planning Board. So looking at like
Let's Inspire Bihar is a social initiative, and
okay,
with that feeling that Bihar should grow, I am trying to organize youth into various chapters. We have already organized more than 360,000 volunteers in this movement. We are running about 39 free schools in 20 districts of Bihar to cater to the needs of underprivileged children. So essentially the message is like everyone should try to contribute some bit to your part of Bihar. So that is a voluntary movement in which we are trying to motivate more and more people to contribute. Like people who are based abroad or based outside Bihar, we are telling them to contribute back to their villages by way of either making a library in their village or by taking virtual classes or by establishing scholarships in names of meritorious children in their schools. Some way in which they can impact the village society, we are telling them to do that. As on date, we have been able to motivate more than 103 people who are contributing back to their villages in that way. Also, we have connected about 600 Bihar-based startups. So all these startups, we are trying to help them, trying to assist them. And the aim is to have 5 startups in every district, which can employ more than 100 people each by 2028 end. It may look a small name, it may look a big aim, but we are working on that.
And sir, how exactly you are managing this with your policing service? You are actively part of this movement and doing this job too simultaneously.
See, the movement started when I was posted in the home department. So initially I had Saturdays and Sundays were free, and that is how it started. My movement started in several districts. Later I was posted as advisor in Bihar State Planning Board. That again was a job in which Saturdays and Sundays were free. So I was on the move continuously for the last 5 years. As of now, I am posted as IG Magad range, but we already have teams working. So teams are doing their job. On certain occasions when I am free, I join them.
And sir, what exactly are the sectors or areas where you think Bihar can exactly grow in terms of entrepreneurship and where we can invite people exactly? We have a lot of entrepreneurs watching our channel, so you may invite them.
Bihar has a lot of potential in terms of agri-based industries. We have a lot of water, we have very fertile soil,
Makhana,
and a lot of things we are producing in terms of agri products. So if they can be processed and we can process them very scientifically and very properly, there is a lot of scope in which we can export them either to Nepal or other places. Apart from agri-based, we also have a lot of fertile minds, I would say. Like most of the people in the IT sector, there is a large majority from Bihar. So in emerging technologies like AI, Bihar can become a good hub if we start, like recently I had gone to T-Hub in Hyderabad. So if we start creating such structures at district level or commissioner level in which we try to motivate our youth to come and build their startups. So I think in the times to come, things will be seeing a revolution. We have a lot of young minds who are very fertile and who have a lot of scope. They need the right environment, the right ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly. I think educated people should come on the front, and especially the younger generation. I think they could bring that revolution here. So do you think, what do you think about that?
No, I am very optimistic. Things will change. Bihar has a good past. Definitely future will be bright. We just have to make some efforts in the present. And we have to see how we can bridge these divides of caste, religion, gender, ideologies, and try to bring everyone on the same table in which we work on education, we work on entrepreneurship.
And how do you envision exactly develop Bihar, sir? Let's say ki after 10, 15 years, until your service, certain things needs to be done.
See, I see a requirement of about 15% growth rate for Bihar, and by 2047, I see a Bihar in which one will not need to move out for employment, or for health, or even for education. So that is what we are visualizing. We also have a document, Bihar at 2047, in which we have tried to identify 10 pillars in which Bihar should work. And we have also tried to identify the role of every sector of the economy, how they can contribute in making Bihar a major tourist hub or major agricultural manufacturing sector. All these things we have tried to inculcate in that. We have released on the website of Let's Inspire Bihar.
Okay. Great, sir. I think we are doing already very great with all these initiatives. So any message for the younger generation out there watching our channel?
Let's think big. The future will be ours.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, sir.